Welcome, everyone. I'm really glad you're here today. We are living in a moment where AI is no longer a futuristic concept. It's an economic force globally. AI is projected to contribute over 15 trillion to the world economy by 2030. But here's the real question. Who gets to benefit from the value? Today, today's session is about answering that question, not theoretically, but practically. Our theme is simple: monetize AI. Start making money with it today. That's our theme. Not someday, not after you learn to code, today. And by the end of this session, you will understand exactly how that's possible. Across Africa and around the world, we are seeing a powerful shift. People are moving from using AI tools to owning AI workflows, to building AI-powered products that generate income. This matters because monetization is leverage. When you can turn an idea into a working AI solution, you are no longer just a consumer of technology, you become a problem solver, a product creator, a value builder. And the biggest myth I want us to break today is this: no, that making money with AI requires deep coding skills or a tech team. It doesn't. What it requires is clarity, structure, and the right workflow. And that's exactly what this session is about. To walk us through how AI ideas become monetizable products, I'm excited to introduce someone who isn't just using AI, he's architecting the next generation of AI powered system for real businesses. Meet David Prorock. David is the founder of Exponential Enlightenment and Exponential Education. He is a rapid prototyping expert, a business catalyst who helps founders, educators, law firms, and creative leaders to turn messy ideas into working AI systems that actually generate value. He specializes in architecting and building end-to-end workflows, the kind that replace manual processes, unlock new revenue streams, and prepare organizations for an AI native future. His approach is simple and powerful: reduce friction between vision and execution so people can ship, test, iterate, and monetize fast. David, we are thrilled to have you with us today. Thank you, David.
Yay! Can you hear me?
Welcome. Yeah, I can hear you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Benedict, for that beautiful intro.
You're welcome.
I actually Lovable just launched their end of year recap,
Oh,
and
wow.
in 2025, I wrote 979,845 lines of code.
Wow. Wow. Awesome.
Thank you. And yeah, I love how what you said in your intro there, that AI is changing the world and creating so much value. But the question is, who's going to benefit from that value? And my core message for you today is that you can start making money today with AI by spinning up tiny products on Lovable, connecting Stripe, and sharing something people want.
Exactly. So
So,
it's really awesome. Actually, what stands out for me in all this is when people realize they don't need to be technical to build AI products. Something shifts. They stop asking the question, "Can I do this?" and they start asking, "Who can help and how can this pay for itself?" That mindset shift from experimentation to monetization is exactly where the opportunity lives. So it's great to have you here, David.
thank you. Yes, it's truly an amazing shift in the world where in the past humans needed to work in order to make money, And now with AI agents, essentially anybody can orchestrate workers that get things done for you.
Great. So
So,
let's begin.
yeah, could I jump into the slides?
Okay.
All right, beautiful. So, yeah, thank you, Benedict. So, today we're going to be learning how to turn simple ideas into AI powered products without writing a single line of code. So, AI has completely democratized software development. You don't need to be a developer or a tech expert. You just need a clear process and a willingness to start. And I suggest we start with just breathing. So, taking a moment to connect with yourself and connect with your breath. It's important in this day and age with the speed that technology is moving, the speed that life is moving, that we learn to slow down. It might be a little bit small, but on my sweatshirt here, it says slow it
Slow
down.
it down. Yeah.
One of my slow it down sloths. So, this is the Conscious Creator Reset. We're going to be building and launching a new product, but first we want to breathe and slow down and ask yourself, what would genuinely help someone today? We're not here to hustle with AI. We're here to turn meaningful ideas into offerings that help people and also create income. And this is a hands on workshop. So I'm going to be sharing these concepts, but you're also invited to dive in and build your prototype today. And no, you don't need to know how to code. You just need one idea, one page, and one way to get paid. So here is the money loop in essence. So this is how we turn this is a simple, repeatable mechanism that turns your ideas into income. And once you understand it, you can run this loop as many times as you want. So the first step is you have an idea. And I encourage you to start small and start anywhere. The key here is you're going to learn the process so that when other ideas come to you, you already know what to do and you know how to start. So you have the idea, you build it in Lovable, you connect Stripe, you share the link, people will make purchases from your website, the payment hits your email, and the product gets delivered automatically. And once you've gotten this money loop down, you can rinse and repeat. So you can build and launch prototypes and products every day, and you'll keep growing and learning as you go. So this is the shift that's happening in AI right now. We're moving beyond just using AI tools to chat or generate content. Many people watching today, maybe you've used ChatGPT, maybe you've generated documents, maybe you've generated images, maybe you've used Suno to make music, maybe you have generated slides. There's so much you can do with AI today. But the real opportunity is in building and owning your own AI powered workflows and products that solve real problems for real people. So you've used the tools. Today, we're going to learn how to own the workflows and sell the products. My message is that you can be a builder and a seller. The biggest myth that people believe is Making money with AI requires coding skills. And let me tell you that modern AI tools have made building products as simple as describing what you want in plain English. And I'm not going to say that understanding how to write code doesn't help. It definitely does. But that's not a reason not to start. If you can write an email, you can build an AI product. The only thing standing in your way is taking the first step. And I'm here holding your hand and taking that step with you. So the process is really simple. I put it here on one single slide. You start with an idea. Identify a problem you can solve or value you can create. Finding an idea, it can be easy or it could take your whole life. There are plenty of ideas already shared online. You might look to companies that have failed in the past or startups that have failed. You might look at your everyday life. What's the problem that you're facing today? The second step is build in Lovable. So you use AI to create your product through simple conversation. You don't need to write a single line of code. You don't need to read a single line of code. With this tool that we're going to be using together today, you simply type in what you want and it writes the code for you. And step 3, this is really key here, is connecting Stripe. So Stripe is what allows our apps to accept payments. Setting up a Stripe account is relatively simple, but it's beyond the scope of this class today. The step number 4 is share your link, send it to potential customers. So you can build all the websites you want, but if you don't actually, if nobody sees it, you're not going to sell products. So you can share your link. It can be on LinkedIn, Facebook. You can reach out to people directly. Step 5 is get paid. That's when you make your first sale. And this process can happen in days and not months. What previously took software engineers months to build and test, you can now do in days. In the Lovable yearly recap I shared previously, it tells me you saved 32,662 hours of coding time. Let's see if I can drop this in here. 32,666 hours of coding time. So 32,662 divided by 24. That's 1,360 full days. So if I was working like 8 hours per day, that would be, No, 8 hours per day. If I was working 8 hours per day, that would be 4,000 days, 365. So that's 11 years. So in just this 1 year, based on their estimates, I worked 11 years of coding time. So to recap your simple monetization path, start with an idea, identify a problem you can solve or value you can create. The best way to do this is to talk to somebody. So have a conversation. You can talk to a small business owner or you could talk to a friend. Ask them a few questions to get to understand what problems they're facing right now. Then, based on the information you gather, share that information with Lovable and it'll build the product for you. Then you bring the product to that customer and then they pay you to receive your solution. So we went through this money loop earlier. A quick call out, if you scan the QR code here, you can get the full AI monetization guide and start this loop. It goes into more details on setting up your Lovable account, setting up your Stripe, and it gives you a 7-day challenge. So you can go step by step for 7 days until you're generating revenue. So you may be thinking, what can I actually sell? And the possibilities are really broader than you might think. I put some examples on here: digital guides and ebooks, tools and calculators, workshops and courses, checklists and templates, AI assisted services, micro tools and AI bots, memberships and communities, coaching and done with you sessions. So, say you are a coach, a life coach, and you're looking to get more clients. A simple step-by-step method you can take is to talk to one of your potential clients, ask them questions to understand the problems that they're facing, and then build a landing page using Lovable that addresses their pain points and positions you as the expert that they can work with to solve those problems. This can be done in a matter of hours. So let's take a moment to come back to our breath. I've shared this inspiration. And take a moment to reflect back on some of the key moments in your life. What are your biggest skills and strengths and unique gifts that you might share with the world? How might you monetize those gifts? How might you create a small entry point for people to experience your magic? You might simply talk for 30 minutes, share the transcript with ChatGPT, and then turn that into a landing page that talks directly to the pain points your wisdom helps address, and add a paywall to access the full recording. So let's walk through a real example. So this is how someone with zero coding experience can create a simple sellable AI-powered app. This isn't theory, this is the actual process. This is your no-code tech stack. These 3 tools work together to handle everything: building, payments, and communication. No installation, no setup complexity, and no coding required. First in the stack is Lovable. Lovable is what builds your app through conversation with AI. It's free to start, and they have paid plans for more credits, which lets you build more. And the learning curve is describing what you want in plain English. Second in the tech stack is Stripe. So Stripe is what processes payments from customers. It's free to set up, and they have a small fee per transaction. And you can connect in minutes with a simple setup. Thirdly is Resend. And Resend is what allows you to send receipts, products, and updates to customers. They have free tiers available, and it allows you to set up simple email automation. So for example, if someone signs up for your community, Resend is what is able to email them a welcome message. And you can set up Resend to send them another email a week later, or you can use it to share your products with them. So here's a demo story from idea to paid program. So this is about what would I call this? A new business called Moon Yoga. And the URL is moonyoga.app. So, Brina is a yoga instructor that wanted to create a beautifully guided experience that helps people reconnect with their bodies. But she is not a software developer. So, she attended one of my breathwork and vibe coding classes. And through the process of breathwork, she was able to develop clarity for the platform that she wanted to launch. She spoke her vision out loud. And then from that spoken vision, generated the first version of the platform instantly with no manual coding. Then we set up Stripe so that students can pay for her yoga sessions. We set up Resend to automatically send the welcome emails, class access links, updates, and reminders. She was able to launch the app to her community by sharing the link on Instagram and through personal invites. She reached real students and generated real revenue. And she didn't learn how to code. She didn't hire a dev team. She simply brought her authentic teaching, and the tech handled the rest. So, this story demonstrates how creators with real value to share can now build systems, get paid, and scale their impact without becoming tech people. Another idea you might want to consider is offering AI app building as a service. So, building and launching new products, it's its own grind. It has its challenges. But there are many businesses and professionals that already have income and they need simple AI tools but don't know where to start. And that's where you can come in. So the process is simple. Business owner describes their need in a discovery call. You build a working prototype using the tools that you've learned today in this workshop. And then they pay you for the solution, typically $200 to $500 for starter projects. You deliver value without needing years of experience. And the best part is this service model lets you earn while learning. Each project makes you better and builds your portfolio. I've personally run this process over 30 times with different business owners, and it consistently blows their mind because you can go from a conversation, from a transcript, into a working prototype in 10 minutes. So here's your 7-day roadmap to first sale. You don't need to quit your job or work around the clock. This will take about 30 to 60 minutes each day. So today we have day 1, choose your idea. Identify a problem you can solve or value you can create. Talk to potential customers, pick something simple for your first project. Day 3 through 4, build your MVP. Use Lovable to create a minimum viable product. Focus on the core functionality. Don't aim for perfection. Just get it working. Day 5, connect payments. You set up Stripe and test transactions, making sure that the money flow works before you share widely. Day 6, you have a pre-launch. Share with a small group of friends or trusted connections, get feedback, and make quick adjustments. And then day 7, you can make your first sale when you launch to a wider network. Even if it's small, share it. Your first customer is out there. Mindset is everything. So here's the mindset for success. Breathe, stay calm and patient with yourself. Learning something new can be uncomfortable. You're going to run into frustrating moments, but that discomfort means that you're growing. Secondly, develop clarity. So focus on solving real problems for real people. When your work creates genuine value, everything else becomes easier. And then lastly, flow. Let creativity and service guide you. The best products come from authentic desire to help, not just desire to profit. So when you approach this journey with curiosity, patience, and a desire to create value, value returns to you. Again, these are powerful, powerful tools, and you have the power to use them to create a real impact. So start small and start today. Dream big, start small, begin today. Some people may have some fears. They might say, I'm not technical enough. But the AI now handles the technical complexity. Just describe what you want in everyday language. If you can explain the idea to a friend, you can build it with AI. You don't have to be afraid of your product failing. And your first product probably will fail, and that's completely fine. It's all about learning and growing and iterating. You don't make something groundbreaking on your first try, but you always learn something. So just iterate, improve, and keep getting better with every attempt. You also don't need an audience. You can start with your immediate network. Talk to your family. What's a problem that a family member is facing today? Then build a product that solves that problem for them. And if it sounds too good to be true, it's not. This is a new set of tools that makes building much easier. And real people are doing this right now. But it does take real work, learning, and persistence. Amazing. So, with that said, let's get into our brainstorm, our micro brainstorm. So this is our AI prototype sprint. Take a moment now to come up with your first idea to build. Remember, it doesn't need to be a genius idea, and you don't have to stick to it. But you do need some idea so that you can learn by building and launching your first prototype. So let me know in the chat now, what's your first idea? Small things can snowball. You build your first prototype, repeat, and create an income stack. Great. So hopefully you've had some time to come up with an idea. Let's see how it works. So just to recap, we start with the idea, build it in Lovable, connect Stripe, share the link, and get paid. If you need an idea of what to build first, feel free to grab something from this list here. Some examples that work really great. It could be a ticket to a workshop or an online class. It could be a digital download, like a PDF, a meditation audio, or a worksheet. Or it could even be an AI powered mini tool, like a journaling assistant or an event idea generator. Amazing. So now that you've had your idea, go to lovable.dev, LOVABLE.dev. This is the landing page. You may need to create an account. And then here we talk, this is where we talk to the AI agents that are going to build our product. I'm curious, Benedict, do you have an idea that you'd like me to build as an example?
Well, we could build like maybe something related to someone selling fabrics, since like items, fabric for retail fabrics. I don't know if that makes sense, because I'm thinking of the African audience that may watch this and want to. Such businesses are a little bit common in Nigeria, so
Yeah. All right, great. So let's do this. Create a website that lets me sell inspiring designs for African fabrics to fabric dye shops. So what I did there was I slightly shifted the idea. So rather than selling the fabrics themselves, I'm going to sell inspiring designs for fabrics to the fabric dye shops or something like that. So now there's a lot of things going on right here. It's kind of telling you what the different features are, but the important things are going on over here on the left side. So I typed in the prompt, and then now Lovable is telling us what it's doing. So like imagine like you said this message to a software developer, and then the developer says, I'll create a stunning African fabric design marketplace with rich, warm colors inspired by traditional textiles. Think bold terracotta, deep coffee browns, and gold accents with a modern professional B2B feel. Features for V1, hero section with compelling value proposition, featured designs gallery with hover effects, categories showcase, value proposition section, contact inquiry form, responsive navigation. Cool. So it's writing the code now. It's going to take a little bit of time. And so notice that we're not coding. We just decided what idea to build out, and now the AI does the building. There are some different monetization paths that you can consider. So number one is you can sell access. For example, pay $9 for the guided meditation series. Number two, you can sell upgrades. So you can give a free journaling tool and then charge $7 per month for AI insights. Or you can sell experiences. So you can have a $20 live session with an app that delivers reminders and follow-ups. So remember that small things can snowball, and one prototype is just part of that iterative process. So you build and you repeat and you create that income stack. The best way to come up with valuable ideas is to talk to your target customer, listen deeply, extract the core problem, turn the transcript into an app prompt, ship fast, add payments, and then test with real humans. Cool. So let's see if there's something else we can build at the same time while that one is building. So the cool thing about Lovable is you can work on multiple products at the same time. Okay, so let's see here. So I can grab this slide and put it in here, offer AI app building as a service. So I copy paste there, and then I say, build a landing page that sells these services. Oops. I forgot to switch tabs, but here's what I wrote. Offer AI app building as a service. Okay, so we have one going that's selling designs. This one's selling services. What would be another good example? So we have selling digital products, selling services, selling an experience. Okay, so you can say something like, build a landing page that sells tickets to a workshop or to a class where I teach about dyeing fabrics. All right, cool. So here we have the first app that we built, inspiring African patterns for your fabric businesses. So just from that one sentence that we wrote, create a website that lets me sell inspiring designs for African fabrics to fabric dye shops. Created this. It gives featured designs, handcrafted patterns inspired by centuries of African textile artistry, ready to transform your fabric creations. And so all these images here are generated by AI. It has designed categories. It has a contact form. Great. So that's building the prototype. And then next, in order to accept payments, we need to add Stripe. So to make changes to the website, we type over here in this box. So you say something like, add all of the featured designs to Stripe so I can sell them. All right, great. So it asks for the Stripe integration key. So this is something you want to keep private. But once it's set up one time, all you need to do is paste it in there. And now it says, let me create all 6 featured designs as products in Stripe. So now it's going to create Stripe product and price. And I click allow. So it's telling me what it's creating. So it says Kente heritage pattern, traditional African Kente heritage fabric pattern with vintage gold. Includes AI, SVG, PNG, PDF formats with commercial license. And I'm going to skip this for now. Just implement the first one. Okay, well, it already did that. So I just have to tell it what's happening. You already created it on Stripe. Add the features to the front end to accept the payments. So you can see here, it takes some patience. You make a request and then it thinks, and then it decides what to do. All right, while it's working on that, let's check on our other projects. So we have custom AI tools built for you. Transform your business with simple, powerful AI solutions. No technical knowledge required. Just describe what you need. So then again, if we want to accept payments, we say add Stripe for the $500 plan so I can accept payments. And then likewise over here, this is the art of natural dyeing. Join an intimate hands-on workshop where you'll learn traditional fabric dyeing techniques using natural materials. Create beautiful, one-of-a-kind pieces to take home. And look at this. It created the entire workshop curriculum. Reserve your spot for $185. So next we say connect with Stripe to accept payments for the ticket. Great, and then we can check over here back to our selling the fabric designs. We can purchase design. It says an error occurred. Let's refresh the page. Okay, it says failed to initiate payment. And then once your site is ready, you click this publish button up here. You give it a URL, fabrics. Great, so we have fabrics.lovable.app. Click publish. And now we can go to this URL and then purchase design. Okay, still says failed. So it it takes some back and forth. So then you say, when I click purchase, it says failed. Okay, and then it's going to try to fix it. So for the sake of time, I think I can pause here. But those are the steps. So you type in your idea, and then you connect Stripe. And you can do so much with just this one platform. So I've gotten you started here. Okay, well, of course, in the live demo, it's not working. I think that's what's pretty typical for these types of things. Let's see if I try on the published site. Okay, well, it's still saying failed. I'm noticing it maybe I might be a little bit too all over the place. I'm building 3 projects at the same time right now, just to show you these different examples of what you can build and launch and monetize. Probably should have just started like with a very, very simple idea. I think next time I'll come prepared with the simple idea.
Yeah, but it's cool, David. I think it's cool because we wanted to have a live demonstration, which is what you've done, and that's awesome. And I believe with what you shared, we've been able to give a lot of people that hands-on experience. Anyone that will watch this live or is in this live now would understand and be able to build immediately with this process you shared. And I think that's a lot of value you've dished out here. Thank you so much, David, because we need to begin to wrap up now. I think you've really given a lot. I appreciate you so much.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity to share. And should I share the next steps slide?
Okay, you can go ahead.
All right, great. So you have next steps to take from here. So if you want the complete framework, you can download the AI monetization guide. It includes everything I showed you today, but broken down step by step so you know exactly what to do. Reading through it will help you just fully understand all the different pieces. So if this was a little bit confusing to you, I definitely recommend downloading the AI monetization guide. It includes the money loop system, Lovable and Stripe setup, landing page structure that converts, and a 7-day launch action plan. And so you can type guide in the chat or visit monetize-ai-today.lovable.app to get your copy. Here's what it looks like when you land on it. You can get the guide down here, get instant access. Oh, that's so embarrassing. Okay, well, I need to fix the checkout. And then additionally, if this all seems like too much, or if you are a busy professional and you're just like, okay, that's cool, but like, can you just do it for me? Yes, I can. So you can book a one-on-one AI app building session. This is a 90-minute live build where you work directly with an expert, me, to build your first AI product together in real time. You'll walk away with a working prototype and the knowledge to build more on your own. It'll be a live screen sharing session, similar to what we did here today, but we'll build a real product during the call, and you'll get personalized guidance for your specific idea. All the tools and setup are covered, and the recording is provided to you for reference. So if you feel called to getting hands-on support, you can type prototype in the chat or visit calendly.com/davidprorock/AI-app-build. So those are 2 steps that you can take from here. Perhaps I should have added a QR code, but take a screenshot of this. Yeah, I'd love to work with you further to help bring your idea to life. There's nothing I love more than connecting with someone who's passionate about an idea and ready to bring it into the world. Yeah, I love people like that. And my last message for you here is that you are closer than you think. The distance between where you are now and your first AI product sale isn't measured in years of study or thousands of dollars in investment. It's measured in one simple decision to start. Everything you need already exists. The tools are ready. The market is waiting. The only missing piece is your willingness to take the first step. There are thousands of non-technical creators who have already crossed this bridge. They're earning money from AI products that they built themselves, and you can be next. My name is David Prorock. I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn and reach out to me in my DMs if you want to learn more about monetizing AI or if you want to work with me directly. I'll also drop the link to these guides into the chat. And yeah, I think that's my time. I'm going to pass it back to Benedict. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, David. Wow, that is really mind-blowing. Like, I was just looking at the sales, the fabric sales app you just built, and it's looking so interesting. And even the dye workshop one you also built is so interesting. Like something that would have taken days or weeks or months to build is just done in, like, imagine you building 2 apps in just less than 10 minutes. That's really mind-blowing. And I believe so many people that have watched this or that will be watching this will actually learn and get value from this. So thank you so much, David.
Yay. Thank you.
Be great. That was really awesome. That was really, really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to be wrapping up. David, it's going to be available. You just drop your questions in the chat, or if you'll be watching this later, drop your questions in the chat. We're going to be answering all your questions and also ensuring that you get all about our tools and our pricing ideas and use cases and development, or choosing profitable AI problems. So David and I will take as many questions as possible. Just drop them on the chat. We're going to reach out to you. So thank you so much, David. I'm going to be closing up here.
Yes. Thank you so much, Benedict.
Yeah.
This is something anyone can do. You create, publish, get paid, and repeat.
Yeah.
Um,
So before we go, I also just want to run through some of our products that we have. We, like David has mentioned before, we have the this called the AI prototype sprint. The AI prototype sprint is we will help you design, prototype, and test one revenue generating AI workflow in your business. What it includes is discovery plus AI workflow mapping. And you also be able to build a working internal prototype, documentation, and onboarding. So you also see your ROI plan plus rollout roadmap. So when you want to take this product, you just reach out and type the prototype, the AI prototype sprint. And we also have the all AI workflow audit. So the AI workflow audit is an AI monetization and workflow audit, the 90 minutes. So it will map out your processes and identify 3 monetizable opportunities. So when you work with David on this, he'll be able to help you identify 3 monetizable opportunities. And then he will outline the prototype plan. So this will naturally lead to you, building one of these with David, so you'll be able to get this through when you have a business doing that. Then we also have the small group Build with Me program. It's perfect for you when you want to leverage. So in this case, you will have a 6-week monetized AI build cohort with David, but this is going to be like in a small group with other people. So you'll be able to choose a monetizable idea, build a working version, test and validate, and then launch your first app as you do so. And then we have the last but not the least, which is Monetize AI guide, who David also talked about earlier. So here, David shares the money loop, and he would also he shared the link with you on the chat, I believe. And then these are all the products we have. If you're interested in any, just reach out to us in the chat and we'll respond to your chat. Thank you all so much for joining this live. But as we wrap up, let me leave you with this. The AI economy is already here. It's not the future, it is here. The future we're thinking about is here. The question is not if people will make money with AI, it is who will. And the people who win are those who can move from ideas to prototypes to real world solutions. What you learned today is not just a workflow. What we've learned today is not just a workflow, it's a pathway to income, independence, and impact. Africa has problems worth solving. The world also have problems worth solving. We have talent worth empowering, and AI gives us a tool to build value at speed. Just like you saw, David built 2 apps in less than 10 minutes. Now, thank you all so much for being part of this session. Thank you, David, for sharing your expertise. And to everyone watching and to everyone that will be watching this later, your journey to monetizing AI starts now. See you at the next session. Thank you all so much for being here.
Yes. Thank you. I want to add something really quick that
Okay.
getting the Monetize AI guide is great for people that like to learn and do things on their own. But I love the cohort program because when you're working with other people for 6 weeks, you're building things, but you're also learning from each other, and you also get to like share and test each other's products. So when you get together with a cohort to do a build sprint like this offering, it's super powerful. It's exponentially better than doing it on your own. So I just wanted to call that out there, that I highly recommend joining the cohort. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, David. We really appreciate you. Thanks, everyone. See you in our next session. Glad to have you here. Bye.